Hello everybody, this is Conquering History Games and welcome to a new campaign on the channel. Today we are going to be playing In the Name of the Tsar, an alternate history mod for Hearts of Iron 4. So I just felt like kind of stepping out and playing something a bit different, and I do remember this mod. I have played it before. Some of you who have been around for a while may remember that I've done a few live streams of it where I played as Russia, of course. I also did a campaign as the Ottomans. I think I did two actually. I thought, yeah, I did like the Ottomans. They had a little problem with it at first, but then they fixed it in a patch, and so I played it again. And I found out that this is up to date with the current patch. So I thought I would check this out, and I'm just going to kind of go in blind and pick one of the countries that's available. So the short version, I guess let me read this first, and then I'll explain what the alternate history is. So even after, and by the way, I'm going in completely blind. I have not checked to see if this actually works, but I have been seeing that a lot of people, like, I've went into their Discord, and there are people who have been playing it, so it doesn't seem to be having any bugs that I'm aware of. So even after the Great War, Europe has not seen her last conflicts yet. Different German states are racing for control over the former empire, with the main contenders being monarchistic Prussia and communist Bavaria. In the east, Russia appears stronger than ever, but this house of cards may be easily toppled. To the west, the old Entente alliance is dealing with internal struggles. Only time will tell what the future holds for Europe. Really? Wow, they have another time scenario. Interesting. But anyway, coming back here, we're going to go to troubled times and just start from the beginning. So I'm going to pick. I probably can pick anybody, and it should be new to you people. Doesn't seem like there's really anybody on YouTube who's been playing this mod, and when they do, they always just pick Prussia because you gotta always have a Germany whenever you do it, and that's fine. Like, it's comfortable, it's familiar. But what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna check out Italy, see what that's all about. Okay, so the alternate history here, the short version is that the Entente wins World War One, mostly because of Russia. So the Tsar is still in power, as we can see. That's the shortest version of the alternate history, okay? Now, the brief history of Italy. Italy was one of the victors of the Great War. The Italians have developed new weaponry and have become even stronger and progressively more modern. The King of Italy, Victor Emmanuel III, wants expansion in Africa. However, a new movement known as fascism, led by Benito Mussolini, is rising. Mussolini's paramilitary black shirts want to restore the glory of the Roman Empire, with Italy as the epicenter of its rebirth. Italy is at a crossroads, and it's anyone's guess as to what will happen. Okay, let's check this out. Historical AI focuses, huh? We'll check that out too. I think the way the historic now this could change, but I don't know how much stuff has been shifted over the years. So Adolf Hitler, for example, can potentially become in charge of Austria. Germany has been, as you can see, it's been chopped up, with the biggest part being Prussia with its Berliner Pact, which is basically the northern German states. There is a Comintern led by this southern commune around Bavaria. Though you have like Württemberg over here and the Confederation of the Rhine and all this different stuff. But now I have not, again, to reiterate, I have not played this since basically it first came out. So the way I remember things is that Hitler will take control in Austria. The Southern Commune will start to eat up everybody else and eventually reforms Germany and becomes very, very powerful. It is basically on a revanchist tear, especially to get the Saarland here, which is, Confederation of the Rhine, has that as a core. I think that France and Italy would stick together, and the Kingdom of Italy usually goes with them as well. Then you've got the Imperial Russia, which is its own faction right now. Interesting. But they basically are the ones who are going to have to fight Germany. And as you can see, this is an extraordinarily thick Russia. As we can see, like, Finland's not even on the map, things like that. They also own these straits here near Turkey. They've taken once Istanbul, once was Constantinople, now it's Istanbul, but now it's Tsargrad. But I believe they're going to lose this almost immediately as Turkey starts to gear up for its own revenge war. Oh, this looks so much nicer. Wow, this looks really nice compared to how it used to be. It was too vertical. You know what I mean? This looks sweet. I'm gonna have to play them a third time. It's probably just cleaned up though. It's not that big a deal. It's fundamentally the same. It's basically you're gonna eventually have a huge reborn Ottoman Empire, and there's a lot of unique trees around here. Like let's see, yeah, the United Kingdom has its own tree here. France does too, I think. There's more political parties than in vanilla. I think there's 5. Oh, looks like we have a little problem there. Wait, I'm counting 6 political parties. So there's nationalist, paternal autocrats, conservative, liberal, socialist, and Marxist. All together there. It's an interesting looking Serbia. And a teeny tiny Bulgaria. Now, oh yeah. So, right. Yeah. And the United States are, they definitely moved this around. Yeah, I think the United States is one of the new ones that they've properly done. And check out who's in charge, huh? There's also like a certain look to most of these portraits, as you can tell. You know, they have like the kind of deeper ink lines. Anyway, but I'm going into this blind. I'm certainly not an expert on it. Maybe I'll have to figure out where I'm at again. So we have some Italian industry bonuses here. Oh yeah, first thing you should always do whenever playing a new country, I think, is check out your national spirits. So we have an economic dependency on the West, which lowers our daily political power gain and increases consumer good factories. Since the Great War, our economy has been dependent on import from France and England. This negatively impacts our factory outputs and ultimately creates unemployment. Army equipment shortages increase consumer goods. Great War trauma, reducing organization, recruitable population, and division recovery rate. Italy did have a very, very rough time of it historically in the First World War. Them and Serbia, just horrific stuff, even for World War I standards. Okay, so division, recruitable population, and recovery rate is down. The Italian people fought bravely during the Great War. Many people have given their lives to protect Italy, which has traumatized the Italian population for years to come. Economic crisis, more consumer good factories and reduced factory output, but we do have Victor Emmanuel III, increasing stability, the Soldier King. All right. Looks like we have a little bit here. We basically have all of Dalmatia. Do we have any islands? We do have roads, it looks like. Cool. Cool. 4 research slots. Nice. Fucking nice. Ethiopian war logistics. Are we at war with Ethiopia? I guess we could be. They just have a generic tree. Interesting. Okay, well, note to self, get an army down here. And then we have future of El Regno. Ever since the Great War, our people have been divided in their opinions. Now is the moment for us to break the political gridlock once and for all. Leave the allies. You know what? Let's grab this industry real quick. What's this say? We have been neglecting our industrial capacity for far too long. It is time to take our first steps towards industrialization. Okay. How are we doing here? Okay, we've got the infantry equipment here. Let's grab electronic. Okay, get the basic 3: electronic engineering, basic machine tools, and construction. Okay, we've already got fuel refinery 1. In terms of our resources, some rubber in Ethiopia. We don't have anything down here. We do not have any sort of oil. Ports on the border, lessons of the Great War, war science. So here's our 5th research slot. Libyan oil. I think it might be more worth to come down here when I need oil. There's also Italian oil. Yeah, you know what? I don't think I'm going to build the refinery. I was thinking about researching refinery out of the gate, but no. Instead, oh nice, we can go straight into light tank 2. Cool. What do we got here? Close air support, but we're not doing fighters? Why is there 2 of them? Sure, it's for historical purposes. Okay. Fighters, light tanks, motorized, infantry equipment. Why are we not building artillery? Let's get some anti-air as well. But we're going to mostly just start dumping a lot into the light tanks. Let's take a look. We have 3 different templates. Interesting. So we have something with some mixed cavalry here. This doesn't look too bad. That looks really bad. Okay. Okay, so we'll designate this as our, like, better one. Let's change these to something else so I don't use them. We've got no manpower. Because we're on volunteer only. We only have 0.5% of recruitable population available to us. Okay. We have a theorist we can use. We have Grand Battle Plan or Mobile Warfare. I'm probably going to save up and let's just go Mobile Warfare. Okay. Wow, 63 divisions. Very nice. Let's get them all in Italy for now, and then I will shoot them back out after I organize a bit. We also have some dockyards available. Let's finish building what we've got now, and then, like, already queued up, and we'll work from there. Okay, so Italy's in a pretty decent position, it looks like. Can we not trade anything, though? Oh, consumer goods, we're at 58%, so we can't do anything. We can't build, can't, just nothing. Because it requires 25 factories, and that's what we have. Okay, so then maybe we should... Oh, we need more tension or have to be nationalist to expand the army budget. So that's going to be with us. So that this whole tree is locked behind that. So I can see why it might be good for us to either go Marxist or nationalist. I know this is taking a while, guys, for me to set everything up, but you're fine with it. All old guard except for Grazzini. Okay, how about we actually start the game, yeah? Wait, first, get rid of this ugly color. Or something like that. Cool. Let's hop to it. And wait until something pops up. Okay, cool. We already have some factories. We got a couple. Can't go wrong here. Let's do that. All right, it's not going to be so bad. How big is my Air Force? Kind of all right. A little bit over, like a little bit over 600 planes available. Cool. France has this little strip up here. Greece has Cyprus. There's French Syria. Yeah, they definitely have their colonial empire. Now the Bavarians, oh, this looks different. I think they've redone a few of these trees, even ones that used to have it. Oh, this looks much more complex than it used to be. Power debate. Ooh, is this one of those things where you can mix and match two different ideologies? I love those kind of focus trees. That's why Yugoslavia is one of my favorite focus trees in Vanilla Hearts of Iron 4, is how you could, if you don't do the communist branch, which everybody seems to do, but I think the other path is kind of cool too. And you can still go communist if you go down the one where you either ally with allies or Axis. It's not mutually exclusive. All right, anyway, so people are kind of coming together here. We have some of these tanks. Okay, we have mountain divisions. We've got, what else? These are like colonial ones or something. Wait, whoops, that was actually accidentally the regular infantry. Kind of shift this over here. We got some motorized. We're going to put them here. These are the tanks also. Okay, Young Turk Rebellion has happened. So I'm probably going to read a lot of these events, because I'm sure there's other people out there who are not super familiar with this mod. The Young Turk Rebellion, notice the Straits. The Constantinople Unrising, or as most people know it, the Young Turk Rebellion, was carried out by Turkish and Arab insurgents across Russian occupation zones in Turkey. After increased violence in the Armenian DMC, many have fled across the Russian border, hoping for refuge in Yerevan or Tbilisi. While in Constantinople, Orthodox citizens are cast into the Bosphorus Strait and Russian buildings are burned to the ground. The Russian leader, Tsar Nicholas II, is quoted as saying, "The people of Turkey will regret their actions against regional minorities." Many perceive this as an empty threat due to Russia's need for reform and modernization. Yes, because while Russia is quite strong, and actually let me take a look at this. I think you know what? It's starting to look like they've done huge changes since back when I played. I think I might have to play Russia again or something. Some of this looks really cool. but they've got problems, like, you know, diverse nation. Oh gosh, that sounds awful. But their renewable population factor instability is down. House of Romanov. I remember them having some other bad effects. Maybe they've already fixed them, but like the then again, it's only March. I doubt they fixed them already. But they used to have stuff where their infrastructure was very poor. But I'm sure that they have issues. Maybe it's just moved over to events now. Oh yeah, I think I've heard about this. Increasing ruling party support, so now you can spend 140 political power to just straight up increase your party's popularity. Of course, it's kind of expensive. Italianization program. Is this where we split up into several smaller nations? But with newfound funding in a recovered economy, Italo Balbo has come to us asking us to continue the program of Italianizing our holdings in Africa and the greater Mediterranean. So it looks like once I've taken certain focuses, I can actually start to core stuff that's not on the Italian peninsula. So I can like I can core Libya and I can core Dalmatia and stuff like that. That's quite interesting. This is reminiscent to me of when you play as Nebusia in Equestria War and you can colonize those zebra lands. Okay, influence within the Allies. By using our contributions past and present to the Allies, we can force a transfer of territory in our favor. This will cost us 2 points of leverage. Acquire the city of Nice. That right here? Okay. Wow, so that's pretty radical. What is this? Acquire the island of Corsica. When taking it, this will decrease Italian leverage within the Allies. So whenever it costs 1 point leverage. So prepare a move for Italian Switzerland. Acquire Western. Interesting. So I can diplomatically expand within the context of the Allies, which France is actually not part of. That's very interesting. And so and then I spend the point. Okay, over halfway through this episode. Hey, you know, it's not all new to me, but it's practically new. This is very, very interesting. Also very interesting how France is not automatically in the Allies. Well, I guess in vanilla they also have to technically rejoin. Yeah, go with England right here. Okay, so the Italian industry stuff is done. I suppose I might as well get on with it and do the future here. This actually kind of looks like I've picked a country with one of the smaller focus trees, but that influence thing seems interesting. Ever since the Great War, people have been divided in their opinions. Now is the moment for us to break the political deadlock once and for all. Okay. Now, I guess we could potentially be going to war with Ethiopia. So what I'm going to do is we need to kind of... Oops, miscounted. Let's bring an army down here. Hopefully it's not too big. Probably is. And the other half here. I can't really mess around with these divisions right now because I have no manpower to work with. How's logistics? Of course I'm down in infantry equipment. Why wouldn't I be? Okay, so this looks like... What do we got here? These over here. Okay, these are like some sort of militia or something. Electronic mechanical engineering is done. Let's keep going because it's going to be a while probably until we get this. Even if we rushed it, it's going to take a little while before we get there. New Roman Eagles. Air Doctrine bonus, huh? Okay. So let me start thinking about what I want to do here. It looks like stabilize the economy. Just take state of Italy. I just go down here through here. Italianizing North Africa and Inner Libya. This is where I can start to core stuff. If we stay with the Allies, we have focuses that give us points of leverage. If we leave the Allies, we can then continue to be democratic anyway and guarantee the people around us. If we guarantee Greece, I'm positive that leads us to war with the Ottomans. Yeah, we'll get war goals against Turkey and Austria. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. If we abandon democracy, we can then either go communist or nationalist. Spanish Civil War has begun. Just 1930s things. Toria Mulietta. This leads to us attacking Serbia and France. Okay. And nationalism leads to us attacking Ethiopia, Spain. Wow, we get a lot of claims in Spain. Okay, ties with Germany. Must approve the agreement for bonuses to take place. Seems like a lot of this stuff is also dependent. We can go into, yeah. Okay, yeah, it just looks like we basically get Yugoslavia, Switzerland. Kingdom of Italy will be known as the Kingdom of Italy. That's probably a mistake. It's probably going to then say Roman Empire, but very interesting. Let's keep... Oh, no, we'll do this instead. Yeah. Okay, so I think, though, this influence thing intrigues me. I'm probably going to stay with the Allies. Meaning, join the Allies. But this leverage concept sounds interesting, and I'm sure that we'll be attacked by somebody, so let's leave. No, make no mistake, war will happen. Typical piss-poor Italian generals. Alright, we'll do State of Italy. Our first order of business is to stabilize the state in order to properly govern the country. Okay. We're going to keep saving up and get the mobile warfare expert eventually. So we got Jose Maria Gil Robles y Quiñones in charge of Spain, Jose Diaz with the Spanish Republic. Okay. I didn't read the Spanish Republic Civil War event because, well, it's a Spanish Civil War. It's nothing spectacular. After that, though, once I get this expert, I think I'm going to then do the partial mobilization. Because we gotta lower those consumer good factories some way, right? What is the next closest thing that'll help? Bavaria proclaims German hegemony. Today, the leader of the Bavarian Socialist Republic has proclaimed German hegemony. After the Great War, the German Empire was split into various groups, which have been arguing over who the rightful ruler of Germany is. Okay. Oh, cool. We got the Light Tank 2 is done. Let's grab the self-propelled artillery to go to match with that. And get some industry happening as well. Few more to go. We're not quite getting a full political PowerPoint a day. How do I get rid of the economic dependency on the West, I wonder? I don't think I see anything exactly that helps me with it. Let's see. Stabilizing the economy will get rid of the economic crisis. All right. Nicolai Dies. Russian late emperor was announced dead by Russian officials this morning. His Imperial Majesty had unfortunately passed away due to a stroke in the middle of the night. He died in the middle of his sleep and will surely be missed. His only son Alexei died at age 18 due to hemophilia complications. His brother Mikhail is expected to be inaugurated as Tsar of all Russia next week. Mikhail. Yeah, there's also this is how China looks. I think the Republic of China has its own focus tree, but I don't know if the rest of them do. There's Qing China. Yeah, that Qing China doesn't have it. They're going interventionism. How about the People's Republic? I don't think there's a whole lot going on here. It's probably just pick the Republic of China and unite everybody. And hey, there's nothing wrong with that. South Africa with they're with the Allies. So yeah, this world is not too crazily different, but there's enough different going on. Wait, why can I not stay with the Allies? I have to have national spirit, economic boom. Oh, so I go down here. All right, so I have to take these three things anyway before I can choose either direction. So I've got to fix up my economy force. They're forcing me to do it, not just letting me rot. Okay, stabilize the economy. Our economy has been left in shambles after the war. If we do not stabilize it before the next conflict, we shall not see victory. Okay, so warfare expert, please. And let's also switch this tank out. Specialized self-propelled artillery is done also. This, and start filling that up as well. Okay, new research. It's way too ahead of time for that. Yeah, it's going to take 1,074 days. Oh, we already start with Grand Battle Plan Doctrine. Well, too bad, I guess, because we're switching over. We're gonna do mobile. Even though I usually really like Grand Battle Plan, but let's try mobile out. Should be fun. Should be interesting, maybe at least. Speaking of which, okay, so we have our tank people here. Of course, Messe will be the one in charge, so... Oops. Tankies. The Iron Guard. Romania joined the Great War on the side of the Entente. They were promised land, yet the territories received were much smaller than originally promised, as well as that they were obliged to join the Russian sphere of influence. With turmoil in Russia following the death of Nicolai II, the Romanians can finally become independent thanks to the rising Iron Guard. It is unsure how Petrograd will respond, but it is certain that Russia will do anything to regain their influence over Romania. Okay. Interesting. Hey, we finally got a couple of factories available. So let's maybe do this infrastructure first. I just don't think there's much I could do at all until we got to stabilize the economy and get down to economic boom, and then we can get our heads out of our ass. Well, we're almost through the first year. Now we have some mountaineers here. I suppose we should put them on the border with Austria or something. Now, what does it take? Let's say I wanted to... I'm considered conservative. So if I wanted to justify on somebody, I would need 50% world tension. But furthermore, I am a democracy. So it is not allowed. So what's the United Kingdom doing, though? Surely they are going to... They haven't picked one of these yet. But it's historical AI. Surely they will follow the people. Reinforce the alliance with France. France abandons the Rhineland. The Southern Commune demands submission and annexation of the Confederation of the Rhine. The Communards are willing to reunite Germany under the Red Star. The Rhineland is the region of Germany which possesses industry and resources. Ultimately, France has announced its decision to withdraw from the Rhineland, leaving the Rhenish on their own. Okay, so they've got access to France. So I guess there must have been a guarantee of independence. Oh, no, there it is. It's gone. All right, so the Southern Commune is done. Bavarian nationalism, division attack and defense on core territories increase. Now they just took the Rhineland. Is that a core for them? Yes, it is. So their population is already gonna start growing fast, recruitable that is, because they're already on extensive conscription, which is only 3% recruitable population here. That's interesting. Okay. And we can already expand the army's budget though, because I guess that was a huge world tension event. Yeah. That was that definitely put us over pretty quick. So we'll just expand the army budget real quick. Once our ancestors had enough of soldiers to control half of Europe, increasing our budget will go a long way in regaining that status. All right, hopefully nothing lowers the tension, 3% or more, anytime soon. But actually, this is probably not very efficient because that's 10% recruitable. That's 10% consumer good factories that I'm getting rid of, but the economic dependency on the West is 10% consumer factories and losing me political power. So that was a mistake. I should have kept going towards economic boom. And I know I can cancel it, but I'm just going to live with that mistake instead. Right. Getting the industry up and running. Chooching good. We're already working on the land doctrine. Let's grab radio, because I just don't know when else I will. Okay, what's going on in Austria? Austria's also not made its pick yet. I guess the world's just peaceful. Everybody's focusing on the economy. The Hungarian People's Republic going with a new parliament. Let's see what happens there. Now Turkey, I think Turkey doesn't truly get any decisions. They just, I guess this is more defensive. But they're going to expand out, period. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of if they go west or east first. So if they go east, they're going to be able to get away with a lot before they run into the Allies. And again, you can maybe say the same thing about the west. They might, who knows how far through the Balkans they can get before somebody stops them. Although eventually it all will lead to a war against Russia. I think. Yeah, demand Islamic Russian lands. It looks like Turkey is fundamentally the same. So I'm not going to play them again. They're still just fundamentally the same. They've just switched a little bit. Imperial Russia could be interesting. King Edward VIII has abdicated. So they've got George VI, their popular figurehead. Okay. Well, that's enough for today. Thanks for joining me. I'm Conquering History Games, and I'm really looking forward to exploring this mod. It seems to have, not that it was bad before, but it seems to have vastly improved. They've definitely gone back and redone a lot of this. It looks very nice. But we'll see how it plays out. I am Conquering History Games. Subscribe if you have not already. Click the bell so you're always notified whenever a new video goes up on the channel, including the ones for this series, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.